Hey David, this is Tyler. I wanted to make this video for you and just give you a couple tips that you can start implementing right away to outrank some of your competition online and really start bringing in more jobs for your business. So I have your website pulled up here and it looks great. I love the logo. But the first thing that I noticed as I was scrolling down is that there wasn't a ton of content. Now, when it comes to Google, content is king. They love to see anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 words on the homepage. And then as far as your service pages go, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 words. Now, you obviously have multiple services here, so we want to make sure also that we're creating individual service pages. That way we can maximize the amount of content that we have. All right. And more people will be able to find our services because within that content, we're going to use keywords that they're searching for all the time on Google. Now, if I open up a tool I use called Ahrefs and plug your site in, we're going to head to the overview and we're going to find out some back-end metrics, right? We'll talk about backlinks in a little bit, but no, I mentioned those keywords, right? You're ranking for 22 currently. Let's see. We obviously are ranking for our name, Tiger Seat Construction. And then we have here crawl space, encapsulation, Chesterfield, and Richmond as well. So those are great keywords, and you can see between the two, they're searched on Google over, about 200 times a month. Okay, but we're ranked, on the fourth or fifth page and the sixth or seventh page of Google. So we're not going to be able to get found for them. And you can see the traffic really dies right here. People are only really directly going to you versus, typing in keywords and finding you. So again, we want to maximize those keywords on your website. That way people are finding you for them. All right. So if I take a look here to Google and we type in basement waterproofing Chester, VA, you're going to show up in the map pack, which is awesome, right? But there's obviously other areas that you're going to be servicing, maybe like Richmond, which is a larger area. So we want to show up there as well. And not only do we want to show up in the map pack for searches, we want to show up in this organic section. So really, adding in that content on your website and focusing in on those specific keywords and more than you even have, like we're missing out on basement waterproofing and maybe even foundation repair, other keywords like that. That you can certainly be utilizing on your website. All right. So if I go to a larger area, like I said, like Richmond, we type in basement waterproofing, we can definitely increase our reach and show up here. But we want to find out what these top businesses are doing, right? Because in anybody's mind, if they're searching this, these are the top 3 businesses because they show up on Google first, right? That's how powerful Google is. And not only these 3 businesses, but these businesses here as well. So let's focus on the organic section first here. If I go to the drying company, all right, we're going to figure out what they're doing and what you can do to beat them out, right? And to get into this top spot. I'm just going to go into their website. So here we go. One thing I do really like is that they have this call and contact button here, which is nice. And this is their basement waterproofing service page, right? So they're doing what I had mentioned earlier. They're creating some content around one specific service, and they've got quite a bit of content here. So that's, definitely one of the biggest reasons that they're ranking high here. But, besides your number here, and we want to make sure that this is clickable, this is good and this is good, but make sure that these are clickable as well. All right. We want to make sure that we have a form to fill out. So click here to see more pictures. Yeah, we want to make sure a form is available, or at least a button to send to the contact page so people can fill out the information right away, right? So just like this, get a free quote and then the call button. And then, like I said, add in that content. So you could already see why they're ranking pretty well. But if we take a look at the links, right, these metrics here that we didn't really mention earlier, and I'll head back to your overview, we can see that these guys have quite a bit of power here heading to their site and a little bit of trust, but they don't have many links, right, because it's a back page. So you're up against a back page, and we can certainly beat it out both for the homepage and the back pages of your website by putting in the correct links, all right, and focusing on the right keywords as well. So if we see what keywords they're targeting for that specific page, obviously basement waterproofing Richmond is the top one. They're ranking pretty well and they're bringing in some traffic for it. And it's, we can see it's searched 100 times a month. Waterproofing companies in Richmond, 40 times. A couple other waterproofing Richmond keywords, 30, 40 times. Right, so this is obviously their basement waterproofing page. That's what we're mainly going to see. So that's good there. And then taking a look at yours, right, we do have some power and trust, but we can definitely increase it. We can increase the amount of sites that are pointing back to us like think about it like a big popularity contest. The more links you have, the more content you have, and the higher quality it is, the higher up you're going to rank, because Google's going to send people to relevant information, right? So that's definitely something that I would focus on to get into this organic search. And then as far as this map pack search, we want to make sure that we take a look at some of these top companies, figure out why they're ranking number one versus ours, right? Is it the reviews? Obviously, these guys have a bunch of reviews, so maybe we focus on that aspect. What are they listed as? Foundation in Chester, Virginia. Maybe we add that to our list here. Do they have appointment link, right? If you don't, make sure you have one. Questions and answers. Make sure you're putting out questions and answers each month because, again, Google loves content. You're putting out pictures on your GMB each month and posts. I think, yeah, these guys do posts as well, right? So they probably post every couple days here. So that's good. And then they have a good description with some keywords as well, right? Utilizing the location. So those are just a couple things. We can even take a peek at yours really quick. Let's see, Tiger Construction. I think you guys, right, well, you were in Chester. All right, so here you go. Here's Tiger Construction. Make sure it's linked correctly, right? Because this is the cool thing about this Google listing is it's free, right? So it's pretty powerful. We have the appointment link here going right to your homepage. So we definitely want to change that to the contact page so that they can fill out the form, right? We want to do the as least amount of clicks as possible for people. Let's see, we got photos. Yeah, these are great pictures. Customers love to see it, but we can definitely add some more in. And then reviews we talked about, you can work on those. Add in some questions and answers, right? Have some neighbors or some people that have done your services just ask a quick question, and then you can reply to it. We can increase this description here, add in some more keywords and locations here. Looks like you have some. And then, like I said, you can post as well. Post on a daily, weekly basis. That way Google can see that content and they'll push your listing up. All right, so that's about it. We want to focus on backlinks. We want to focus on content. We want to focus on really doing those few things to get our rank up there. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach back out. My number is 267-885-3473, and then you can reply to the email as well. I'll talk to you soon.